like, you know, if like Tyga does that and people react that way to her, like I shouldn't do things like that, you know. So her. And then Ritsu actually inspired me to like start playing guitar, even though she's a drummer. But just like watching her whole like high school band experience, and you know, especially being like a female musician, like you don't see a lot of those, and you never see female drummers. But after I was in K-On, I was like, I'm gonna buy a guitar, and I did, and that like, I don't know, just like learning like all the different chords and stuff like that, like I could by no means like give a concert right now, but it's been like a cool experience to learn guitar and be like, yeah, I can play that Nirvana song, or like, you know, she's inspirational for me. Yes, down here in the front.
2 questions. Do you voice Elfeld Valentine from Guilty?
I do voice Elfeld, yes.
And another question. Do you know anyone of Lindsay Coop's Skills fanfic? You know any do?
That what?
Lily
Okay, so in Xenoblade, my character Lynn, she talks about, so she's obsessed with Skells, and she has a comment like about writing Skell fanfic. I don't think her fanfic actually exists. I think she just like says it in the game, but that would be a cool thing to write. Maybe I should write that. I should write that. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just make it up. It'd be great. I do like bringing like elements of my characters into real life. Like with Cubag, like his contract, like I actually like wrote up my own contract. And usually I have a bunch at my autograph table, but today I only have one. Actually, I only have one left for the whole con. So my handlers thought it would be fun to auction it off at the end of my Q&A.
Wow.
So yeah, we'll have some fun with that. Cool. Over here and then over there after.
What are some of your most interesting or funny experiences in the booth?
Interesting and funny experiences in the booth. Okay. When we were dubbing Madoka Magica, the director, Alex Von David, he can get so dark. Like he is this weird, like goth kind of just being and like sense of humor. Like, do you know Elvira? He loves Elvira. He loves like 70s horror movies. Like he always wears a beanie, like super low. Like he used to have this long hair and he just walks around like this. He may or may not have called this production company that we work for the Evil Empire. It's like very sardonic. So one night, it was like a Friday night and they scheduled a recording session for us. I think it started at like 7 p.m., which like, I love my job, but Friday night, 7 p.m., I wanna like be having dinner with my friends or like going out somewhere or like going to a movie, you know, like I don't wanna be working. So I like go into the booth and Alex, I can just tell, is feeling the exact same way. Cause he's like, he's like getting all the scripts ready. And he's just like, Cassandra, let me show you something. I wanna show you this. I was like, okay. And so like, the way that our scripts are set up, they're on a screen that is basically a mirror of the director's laptop. So usually he puts the script up there and I can see everything on his computer. So like, he like plugs his computer in and instantly it's like a picture of Elvira like lying like seductively on a couch. I'm like, okay, this is what you look at in your spare time? Weirdo. And then he's like, check out this video. And it's this 90s rap video by maybe the same guy, by maybe Sir Mix-a-Lot, who did Baby Got Back. But this one is called Put 'Em on the Glass. Have you guys seen this? No, maybe, okay. I had never seen it either, and now I can't unsee it. But it's basically a bunch of like big-breasted ladies in like teeny tiny bikinis and short shorts with like 90s poofy hair, like washing cars and just like rubbing their boobs up against the window. And a guy being like, put them on the glass, put them on the glass. And I was like, Alex, I think this qualifies as sexual harassment right now in the workplace. That was a fun Friday night, like getting paid to watch weird 90s sexy videos. Yeah.
Indeed, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Well, it was Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, I would pull it up now, but I don't wanna offend you guys or corrupt you. I think I did enough corrupting yesterday when I showed the bloopers that weren't bleeped out for some of them. Sorry about that. Anyway.
Yeah, you made Kyubei's Japanese voice actor, right?
I did, yeah.
What was that like?
What was it like meeting Kyubei's Japanese voice actor? Okay, so this happened at Anime Weekend Atlanta, and we were like right next to each other. Like I was doing my signing here, and then Kyubei's voice actor, like the original, was doing her signing here, and it was like me, no Japanese, her, no English. And so our handlers were like, oh, you guys do the same voice of Kyubei. And we're like, oh my god, cool. But I'm saying, oh, it's so nice to meet you. And she's saying like, Japanese words. So we basically like just shook hands, and I gave her a contract as like a gift that she probably can't read, but maybe somebody will translate it for her. And then we took a photo together, and then like you could tell that like we both wanted to like talk to each other, but there was no I don't know where the translator was. Like you'd think that she would be traveling with one, but she wasn't around. And so we were just like, bye, thank you. Like, but she's saying it in Japanese. At least I think that's what she was saying. So, and that was it. And then she tweeted the picture of us on her Twitter. And she has so many Twitter followers. She has like 250,000 Twitter followers. And all of a sudden I keep getting these alerts, like just from like all like Japanese characters. And I'm like, I wish I could read this right now, but no idea what she was saying. But anyway, she was very sweet and very nice, and it was cool to meet her. And I just wish that we could have talked longer, or in ways that we could understand each other. And the next question down here in the front.
Hello.
Hello.
So here's a question for one of your other smaller worlds, I guess.
Okay.
For one of my favorite games is Infamous Second Son. How was it playing Celia?
Okay, in Infamous Second Son, I play Celia, and you can find her in the Paper Trails missions. And that was awesome, because that's like a huge franchise to work on. So, and it was actually really, really far from my house, and in LA, traffic is so bad. And I was like 2 minutes late, because it was at 10 a.m., and I was like driving down like Santa Monica Boulevard being like, oh, damn it, I'm gonna be late for this huge game. So I like rip my car like into the parking space, and I like get out and I like run in, and I'm like, I'm here, hi. So that was my first impression of them. And then like the Riot game, League of Legends, there were a lot of like people sitting there being like, the voice has to sound like this, has to sound like this, blah. So in the end they were like, we want Celia to sound like a goth teenager. And I was like, I got this. So I did her whole little monologue, and they were like, wow, were you like really goth in high school or something? And I was like, no, I was emo. And they were like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, yeah.